What's up, East? Today is Friday, January 24th.
And we're back with our first episode of TrojanTV for the second semester.
A new semester is a fresh start for everyone, including our DMC staff who are hard at work finding you the latest news and features around the district and community.
Today's show is packed full of important news and announcements, including an in-depth look at TCAP's transportation and late buses,
coverage of our recent Native American Heritage Celebration in the LMC,
and in sports, basketball player Jack Hogan is the feature of Annie and Riley's latest player profile. So let's kick off your weekend with this week's episode of Trojan TV. I'm Madison Garrett.
And I'm Isabel Seymour.
And Trojan TV starts right now.
Today's Trojan TV is brought to you by Grand Traverse Oral Surgery, Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, Cool Studios, and That's a Pizza, 4 locations to serve your cheesy needs.
It's time for our 12th annual EMS Talent Show. Tryouts for your acts begin soon, and group acts are encouraged, so put your team together and start practicing. All tryouts take place in Miss Isabel's choir room during the following advisory dates. Thursday, February 6th, auditions are for instrumental and instrumental vocal acts. Friday, February 7th, are dance auditions. Wednesday, February 19th, is slated for vocal auditions, and Thursday, February 20th, is for all other acts, including MCs, magic, juggling, ventriloquism, comedy, skits, or other ideas. Be creative and have fun. The EMS Talent Show is scheduled for Wednesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. in the cafeteria. Family, friends, and students are invited to attend. The all-school performance will be Thursday, March 5th in the gym. Our recent Geography B was a nail-biter. Here are the results. Taking first place was 8th grader Jackson Price. Jackson will be moving on to the State Geography B Championship held in Kalamazoo on March 27th. Awesome job, Jackson. Congratulations are also in order to second place winner Nicholas Haddon and third place winner Joey Bassett. Great job to all participants. Coming up, we have our Quarter 2 Assembly celebrations. On February 5th, the 6th graders will have their assembly, following with the 7th graders on February 6th, and finally the 8th graders on February 7th. Maybe you will get the chance to tape a principal to the wall. Also, on Friday, February 7th, 7th graders will have their chance to go bowling. The event will take place at Lucky Jack's that night. Have fun! Over 250 students in the district are Native American, with about 25 students right here at East. To bring more awareness about the culture and highlight some EMS student talents, a special event took place in our LMC.
As November was flying by, Ms. Bauman decided to host an event dedicated to National Native American Heritage Month.
I think it's always interesting and fun to learn about a new culture. I think it's so important if we want to teach tolerance to be knowledgeable when it comes to other cultures so that we can appreciate the differences rather than judge the differences. I feel like there was just this general lack of awareness that November is dedicated as National Native American Heritage Month. And I just wanted students to be and staff to be aware of that and to celebrate the culture, especially since we have such a large population of Native American students here in our TCAPS district.
The Grand Traverse Band of Ottawa and Chippewa Indians is a local tribe in the area, of which East Middle School has 23 Native American students. One student, Ontario Wilson, performed a traditional dance for the event.
So tell me why you're involved in this event.
Well, my father, from when I was very young, my father endorsed me into grass dancing, my native culture, and everything about natives, and I just decided to do this event, inform people what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. I want people to know what this is, how to drum over there. If you could hear, there's drumming, there's language. If you could learn all of it, I would love to teach people and would love to see everybody learn everything about our culture.
Thank you.
We asked the students to tell us more about what they thought about this event.
I think it's good to learn about Native American culture because it's good to be knowledgeable. It taught me that dance is a huge part of their culture. The artifacts I thought were really cool because I've never seen artifacts like that before.
This has been Jacob and Thayer reporting for Trojan TV.
That was a really cool event. Thanks, guys. Winter sports are underway. Here are a few fun winter activities and events you won't want to miss. Girls basketball games began this week and continue on Wednesdays. Come support the Lady Trojans at 4, 5, and 6 p.m. in the big and small gyms. It's not too late to join your friends at Timber Ridge Resort on Tuesdays and Thursdays for cross-country skiing. Beginner through advanced skiers are welcome. The program ends February 27th. Timber Ridge is also holding a weekly group ski every Sunday for free. Sign-up is not necessary. For more information, head to the Timber Ridge website. Being a student athlete isn't always easy, but basketball player Jack Hogan made it look that way on and off the court. Annie and Riley learned more about Jack's success in this player profile.
Jack Hogan has a love for basketball. This year he plays point guard for East Middle School 7th grade white tier team. We sat down with him to talk about all things basketball and why it's so special to him.
I like basketball because there's a lot of components to it and you get to use many different skills.
Juggling sports and getting good grades is a hard task Jack takes seriously. He works hard in both subjects and manages to do good in both school and sports.
I get good grades and stuff, usually using advisory time well so I can get homework done and so I don't have to do it after practice.
Neil has only played with Jack for 1 year, and so far they have made a pretty good team. They have won 4 out of 5 games. Neil shared with us his opinion on his teammate.
He's a good leader. He teaches us stuff that we don't know, and on the court when we're playing a game, he helps us out. He's a higher skill level than all of us. He's like our best player.
Jack and Neil's team have all gotten closer as friends as a result of being on the same team. They all work hard and work together to achieve their goal of winning the white tier tournament at the end of their season.
It definitely strengthens it because I didn't really know him before it, and now we're friends. I think we just want to win, we want to be good, and we want to work well together.
Jack has a bright future ahead of him, and we are excited to see what he does next on and off the court. This has been Annie and Riley reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks, ladies. 70% of TCAP students use TCAP's transportation. Routes include more than 3,000 bus stops in a 300 square mile area, and drivers travel more than 7,000 miles per day. McKeely and Molly sat down with Transportation Director Tyson Birch to learn more about the details and impact students' arrival to and from school.
This year, we've had many issues with buses being late in the morning, afternoon, and some just don't show up. To get all sides of the story, we first asked Tyson Birch, Director of Facilities and Transportation for TCAPS, his take on the matter.
Yes, our buses are late for numerous reasons. I mean, we start with a mechanical issue or the bus being stuck. Weather, currently today we have fog out there, so the buses have to run a little bit slower, so that they do become somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes late just because of the weather.
8th grader Evie Link's bus has been late often, and it has caused many problems for her throughout the school year.
So my bus is late all the time. It's not extremely late, but we usually get here around 7:20, and she parks really far away, even when we're late, so we have to walk super far, and by the time we walk, it's almost time for class to start.
TCAPS, as well as the rest of the state, has a shortage of drivers, and substitutes they call alternate drivers can be hard to find. According to Mr. Birch, it can take up to a month just to be able to drive a bus. However, experience matters when it comes to students.
So if a driver that's a substitute misses a road and it takes them 5 or 10 minutes to turn around and get back on track, that could be another late issue. So we bring in 6 alternate drivers every morning. Because we normally have something from them to do. Either somebody calls in sick, somebody's out on long-term illness, somebody has a death in the family. So we bring those drivers in, but we're short of those drivers too.
Former Governor of Michigan, Rick Snyder, passed a law that allows retired drivers who want to come back withdraw their retirement with full pay.
So if a driver retires and wants to come back, they can only make 1/3 of what they were making before. So the state is trying to assist us with getting retired drivers back to work that aren't on a pay restriction.
Another way the district is trying to make the buses more effective is called front seat loading, which is designed to make getting onto the bus go faster.
In the morning, when you get on the bus, you immediately sit in the front seat. And then when you go to the next stop, then you move out of the front seat and you can sit wherever you want, where those students getting on the bus sit in the front seat.
Though their buses and drivers aren't perfect, Burge wants to let students, parents, and staff know that they are trying their best. This has been McKeely and Molly reporting for Trojan TV.
Wow, I wasn't aware how much goes into busing.
Me neither, and that driver shortage isn't helping. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Trojan TV.
Check out more DMC and newspaper coverage on our website, The Link, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at EastDMC.
We are leaving you with highlights from the Quarter 2 Awards Assembly. Hopefully in our next one, someone will be taping a principal to the wall.
Have a great weekend, Trojans.
Bye!